Hi, I'm Betsy Okello. I'm a faculty member in the Marianne Remick Leadership Program at the University of Notre Dame. And we have been bringing you a diverse set of stories through the We Are All Readers and Writers series. And today I am joining you from the library at Holy Cross School here in South Bend, Indiana. One of our biggest focuses in this series is to feature diverse books and also to think about not just having them on your shelf or in your classroom library, but how to actually use them to have discussions with your students. So today is a good opportunity to show you what that looks like in action. And so you'll see that I ask the third graders to notice and wonder as we're reading the story together. I stop a few times and let them have some discussions about what they're noticing and wondering. And then at the end, I challenge them to think about how they can be kind to themselves and to each other as they learn the lessons of this book. All right, so today I'm going to share a story with you called Sulwe. And it's by Lupita Nyong'o. Can everybody say Sulwe?
Sulwe.
Does anybody know what Sulwe means? So if you take a look at the cover, it actually gives you some hints as to what Sulwe might mean. Anybody look very carefully and see something that you think might give you a hint as to what Sulwe means? What do you think?
Star?
Very good. Sulwe means star. And Sulwe means star in a language called Luo. Everybody say Luo?
Luo.
So when we read this book, I want you to do two things for me, which are two things that good readers do. So the first thing I want you to do is notice. So what does it mean to notice something? When you notice something, what do you do?
Seeing like something.
Yeah, so you look so carefully and you really look with your eyes to really pay attention. So a lot of you, when I asked you or when I told you that there was a hint to what Sulwe meant, you looked very closely at the cover. So you did some great noticing. The second thing I want you to do is wonder. So what does it mean to wonder?
When you wonder about something.
Yeah, if you're wondering about something, you're curious, right? You ask a question or you think about something in your mind. So when we're reading, I might stop and ask you to practice your noticing and your wondering. And then I want you to talk to the person next to you about what you notice and wonder in the pages when we stop, okay? Can you do that for me? Okay, great. Night returned and the people rejoiced. We need the darkest night to get the deepest rest. We need you so that we can grow and dream and keep our secrets to ourselves. The stars chimed in. Brightness isn't just for daylight. Light comes in all colors. And some light can only be seen in the dark. While day had a golden glow with night, everything had a silver sheen, elegant and fine. You ever notice that in your room if you have like glow-in-the-dark stickers on your ceiling? You can't really see them when it's light, right? It has to be dark.
My mom has stars in her room that lights up.
Yeah, so sometimes you can see just the brightness of those lights when it's dark out. Day told her sister, when you are darkest is when you are most beautiful. It's when you are most you. Could it be that night did not need to change? Not even a little? Not even at all? Now that night and day were back together, a little bit of night returned to day in the form of shadows, and a little bit of day returned to night in the form of moonlight. They were inseparable from that moment on and promised to celebrate the brightness in each other, whether people chose to see it or not. You see, the star explained, we need them both. On their sunniest day and their darkest night and every shade in between. Together they make the world we know, light and dark, strong and beautiful. Sulwe rose the next morning, beaming. Why do you think she's beaming? Tell your partner. Everybody tell somebody. Yeah, so maybe she learned that lesson, right, from listening to the story about night and day, the two sisters. What does beaming mean?
Oh.
You know what beaming means?
It means like that. very happy.
Yeah, so what does your face look like if you're beaming? Can you all show me? Oh, look at all those beaming faces. You're all smiling really big. And when you smile really big like that, it's like your eyes get brighter and your face gets brighter, so it's almost like a light, right? And that's what she was looking for, was that light inside of her. So there would be no hiding anywhere anymore. She belonged out in the world, dark and beautiful, bright and strong. And if she ever needed a reminder of her brightness, she could look up at the sky on the darkest night to see for herself. And that, Sulwe felt beautiful inside and out, which is just what her mother wanted for her, right? So I'm going to read you the author's note here at the end, because I think it's cool when the authors tell us like a little note about why they wrote a book. So let's see from the author herself and what she thinks about this story and why she wanted to share it with you and why I wanted to share it with you. So she says, much like Sulwe, I got teased and taunted about my night-shaded skin. I prayed to God that I would wake up with paler skin. I tried all sorts of things to lighten my complexion. My mother told me often that I was beautiful, but she's my mother. Of course she's supposed to think that. It wasn't until I was much older that my feelings about my skin changed. It helped to see darker-skinned women being celebrated for their beauty. If they were beautiful, I could be too. I began to see myself differently. While both Sulwe and I had to learn to see our beauty, I hope that more and more children begin their lives knowing that they are beautiful, that they can look at beauty in the world and know that they are a part of it. And yet, what is on the outside is only one part of being beautiful. Yes, it is important to feel good about yourself when you look in the mirror, but what is even more important is working on being beautiful inside. That means being kind to yourself and to others. That is the beauty that truly shines through. The journey I went on was very different from Sulwe's nighttime adventure, but the lesson was the same. There is so much beauty in this world and inside you that others are not awake to. Don't wait for anyone to tell you what is beautiful. Know that you are beautiful because you choose to be. So I hope that you will check out Sulwe and also enjoy some of the discussions that I enjoyed having with the third graders here at Holy Cross. Thanks so much.